Words about smoothing. Now, we have several different kinds of integrators, and specifically for the MS-MS integrator, I want to point out that smoothing is not considered a recommended practice. And this slide, which is covered in the MS-MS integrator section, attempts to point out the fact that the integrator is designed to deal with the noise and uses that as a statistical measure in figuring out the peaks, as you can see down the right-hand side here. If you do end up smoothing, you stand a chance of introducing other spurious peaks, and in the comparison, you can see the relative standard deviations here turn out better in the case where smoothing has not been done. But regardless, I will show you a feature which does allow you to smooth the peaks. Let's take an example in the application. Here I'm looking at drugs of abuse and looking at the blank. And for MDMA, ecstasy, it has actually, the integrator has tried to find a peak here, only with 4 counts, which shows you how hard the integrator tries. So let's go over to the method editor, and we'll look at that peak. And I'm going to go to Advanced Tasks, and then go to Smoothing Setup. Now I'll zero in here a little bit to give me a little more space. And I'm going to look at the smoothing options. First I'll try Gaussian, and you'll see that the peak has changed here and become smooth. Let me demonstrate so you didn't miss that. If I go back to none, you can see that no smoothing is applied. If I go to Gaussian or quadratic, cubic, Savitzky-Golay, you'll see that the peak shape changes considerably smooth. And there are parameters which are described in detail in the qualitative analysis where the smoothing function is also present. And you can play with these and you'll get slightly different behaviors depending upon the smoothing window that's used. You'll see that the shape changes slightly. So that gives you an idea of what can be done with smoothing, and again, I will repeat the argument that for the MS-MS integrator, smoothing is not recommended. We recommend that you use the parameterless integrator with the noise and with the peak signals that come across from the instrument to get your best integrations. Thank you very much.